Hi, everybody. Hope your Memorial Day weekend's going well. Of course, this is your forecast for Memorial Day itself here. And as we lead into the holiday itself, Danielle and I both know that some of you are going to have ceremonies to honor those who have fallen. Others of you are at youth sports tournaments. Others are going to be cooking out at the beach. And some of you need to take to the road on Memorial Day. So we want to try and cover everybody. This segment is a little bit longer than usual, but that's because we want to take good care of everyone. You're going to get the coastal marine forecast. You're going to get the expectation of timing of rain showers on Memorial Day, and you get everything about the high temperatures and wind as well. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Regional view. Notice the amount of green showing up. These are the showers. They do expand into New England during the course of your Memorial Day. Also, you've got a wind that's coming out of the southeast. That's off the cool ocean water. It's only in the 50s for water temperatures. That means that basically anybody in eastern New England will be kept into the 60s, while western New England gets to about 70, and upstate New York climbs into the 70s, but has more in the way of showers and downpours. So speaking of those, let's go ahead and take you through it. Timestamp in the upper left. A reminder, you can just download our app, the 1 Degree Outside or Noyes 1 Degree Outside weather app. You'll be able to see the timing of the rain, etc. But we also like to give you an overview of how we see things shaping up, particularly in advance. So 9 o'clock in the morning, Memorial Day, notice the smattering of fairly light showers in eastern New England, a little bit heavier downpours when you get into eastern New York, right? That's 9 a.m. We go forward to noontime. Now you've got a little bit more in the way of showers really blossoming on the Route 16 corridor of eastern New Hampshire, running down through southern Maine. You've got more in the way of showers blossoming west of Worcester and especially west of the Quabbin. Still fairly light stuff around Boston area, but just keep in mind that in eastern New England, these showers will be coming and going over the course of the morning and midday. So they may not be super heavy, but they will come and go for you. And that means you want to have the umbrella handy or at least be ready to duck inside as these showers come through. And once we get deeper into the day, this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's probably the rainiest time overall. Notice the amount of downpours that start to mix in, even at 495 at Eastern Mass. You've got a mixing in also when you get across northern New England, more of a shield of rain trying to fill in as you come to central, western New England, and certainly in upstate New York. When you get forward to about 6 p.m., a lot of that does tend to break up all over again in eastern New England, back to this kind of smattering of showers that come and go, the exception being from Kittery and Portsmouth running off to the north. And there's the heavier rain in Vermont, where it also gets gusty over the course of the afternoon. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. By later in the evening at 9 p.m., you've got more of these downpours kind of filling in through Vermont. Heaviest rain totals by the time we get to the evening will be in the state of Vermont, where greater than half to 3/4 of an inch of rain is expected to fall when you put it all together. Meanwhile, you can see the coolest air coming into eastern New England. It makes sense. The southeast wind off of the ocean, not going to get out of the 60s. Best chance of hitting 70 would be the farther west that you go. But even for you, it's no great shakes. That's the case as you come farther to the north through central portions of New England as well. Obviously, New Hampshire seacoast, southern Maine, wind off the ocean in the 50s. It stays cool. The farther west you go, the wind actually coming out of the southeast will accelerate over the White Mountains as it slopes down the western slope. Same thing on the Green Mountains. So the valleys of western Vermont, northwestern New Hampshire do get a little breezy in the afternoon. The gusts may go to 35 or even 40 miles per hour out of the south and southeast for you. Notice how cool it stays through a lot of the mountains. You've got the clouds, the cool air, the showers that we looked at that come and go. To a point, once you get to eastern Maine, northern Maine, or the Canadian provinces, you're out ahead of all the showers, and therefore you actually end up with a better day than a lot of folks do otherwise. Meanwhile, the coastal marine forecast, the impact of that wind out of the southeast and out of the south certainly is going to be chop. You're going to find that on all of the coastal waters, both at our south coast. At our eastern coastlines, you'll find the same exact thing, the wind kicking up more so during the afternoon, but creating that chop a fairly short period the farther north you go, particularly through the coastline of Maine, where the period really is only on the order of about 4 to 6 seconds, and waves running about 2 to 3 feet. It does rain, and at times it rains hard overnight Monday night. We think that Tuesday morning, it'll be fairly mild to get things started. There may be a shower left over. A lot of that does ship out. Tuesday afternoon, there could be a shower storm that pops up in northern New England. But notice the temperatures Tuesday, back to work, back to school, but actually back to some milder air as we come up close to 80 degrees. Remember, that full 14-day forecast is in our Noyes 1 Degree Outside Weather Network app, which you can get both for Apple and Android. And otherwise, of course, we post everything right to the website, 1degreeoutside.com. We wish you the very best of Memorial Days. We'll be thinking of you. Stay safe, and we'll see you back here with an update again on Tuesday.